Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Absolute Bucket with 1,244 rating versus Foe 999 with 1,015 rating, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and hopping right in, we will see Foe 999 decide to go first. 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Talents, Pot of Prosperity, Sword, Omno, and Ice. They have Perulia, Strike, Small World, Valor, and Strike. Okay, so they will go main phase. Small World go Valor into Nib into X. Okay, so they're just playing pure Ryzeal. Main decking Small World, Perulia, and Strike. You know, these are all cards that are like, you know, people have considered main decking them. But main decking all three at once, definitely an interesting choice. And then special summon out X by dumping the duo drive. X effect goes search. That's going to search out Sword Ryzeal. And then special summon out Sword Ryzeal effect goes search, grab out Ice Ryzeal from the deck to the hand, and then overlay into duo drive, effect to attach from the grave, and then activate the effect to go search, and that's going to go ahead and grab out the Ryzeal cross from the deck to the hand, and the Node Ryzeal, and then activate field spell and normal summon Ice effect goes special summon out Sword, and then overlay to make a Dugaris, then Dugaris effect to go ahead draw a plugin and imperm, discard Perulia, special node can send Dugaris to special summon back out Sword. Sure, I was gonna say we're not gonna cross draw. Cross put back, draw into X Ryzeal, and then overlay into a detonator effect to attach the duo drive, which also I don't get the point of summoning this in defense. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people do this recently, and it's like, it's okay to put detonator in defense, and you're supposed to do it sometimes to play around Druid's Worm, but in this instance, like, how are you playing around Druid's Worm if you have duo drive and attack that they could just crash into anyways? So it doesn't make sense to summon this in defense. It's actually, like, it's bad to summon it in defense here. And then set strike, imperm strike, pass. They don't set plugin, which also could have been used to special summon back out like a detonator when it leaves the field. Draw into bonfire, and then go main phase, bonfire, grab out X Ryzeal, and then we will go special summon out X Ryzeal by dumping Mirror Logic, X1, Mirror Logic 2, and then chain detonator, pop X, and then the cross will go ahead and be negated. Search out the Node Ryzeal, Talents to take, they chain the pop, and they take duo, and then special sword effect, they imperm it. Okay. Now we're going to go activate Pot of Prosperity to look at the top 6 cards, and they said okay. Then they're going to see that they're playing the Mitsurugi cards here now. So go ahead and look, and yeah, they can see the Ritual Spell, so go ahead and grab Ritual Spell to hand, and then put the rest of the cards back to the bottom of the deck. Okay. Also, like, Mitsurugi kind of got a buff with the new format standard of everyone playing pure Ryzeal. I would say it's like a buff and a minus, because now pure Ryzeal is also starting with special summon X, so you can't really tell if they're playing Mitsurugi now. Like, I would say, like, a month ago, if my opponent went special summon X first action, like they went bonfire search X, special X, like on their first turn, I would assume it's Mitsurugi because no one was playing pure Ryzeal. But now I'm going to assume it's more pure Ryzeal than it is Mitsurugi because there's a lot more people playing pure Ryzeal than Mitsurugi. But that also means more people are going to hand trap your X, which is like kind of bad for this deck. Activate Ritual Spell, and then go ahead and summon out the Omno by sending Saji, Kusanagi, and then Saji 1, Kusanagi 2. Add back to Saji and go ahead and search out Ritual Spell. And then, okay, so it doesn't add back Ritual Spell, just grabs Prayer. I mean, did I say grab Ritual Spell? I meant grab Prayer. I meant to say it was awkward that they didn't Kusanagi grab back Ritual Spell. Not grabbing that back is like a little bit interesting, because they could have went ahead and tributed this off. I'm guessing they play a smaller Mitsurugi package. Special node effect, send duo drive to special summon back out X from the grave. And the opponent still has double Solemn Strike, and we're under Pot of Prosperity, so ending the game is definitely not going to happen this turn. They're going to go ahead and summon duo, and then duo effect to search, and they go ahead and strike the search effect. Yup. Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, could have strike the summon to prevent, like, twin summoning it back later, but then they could make another duo drive, and we'd have to strike that too. The normal Ice effect goes special, bring out X Ryzeal, overlay now, to go ahead and make a 3-mat detonator, then strike the summon. Yeah, just go ahead and out that, battle phase, attack, and it's only half damage, and then set the prayer, pass, they don't draw for turn because of Dugaris, And then now we're going to go activate cross effect to go draw, chain Omno to force them to discard or negate. And they said, okay, sure, it'll just be negated. I don't need to really put these cards back. It's really just like Node that I want back. I guess maybe a duo. Activate plugin to special summon back out Detonator from the grave. And then go ahead, attach one. Attach the Ice Ryzeal. And then Detonator effect to attach the Dugaris. Special summon out X Ryzeal by dumping the Eclipse Twins. And now we can go X1, Eclipse Twins 2. Go ahead, special summon back out Duo from the grave. Go ahead, search out Sword. And we see Absolute Bucket just go ahead and admit defeat there. Which I don't think they actually needed to admit defeat just yet. But going on to the next game, we'll go ahead and see Absolute Bucket go first. Like, I think you could put your opponent on, like, make a mistake there. I mean, you do have a body at 32. And you have Prayer that's able to summon back out that 32 body. Like, I don't think you're actually in, like, the worst spot ever. Then we have Strike, Bonfire, Ash, Omno, Ritual Spell. This hand is insane. They have Droll, Ghost Ogre, Node, Nib, and Ice. So, go main phase, activate Ritual Spell, summon out Omno by tributing Saji Kusanagi. And then activate Saji Kusanagi, add back Saji. Go ahead, grab out Prayer. And then nothing on res, Bonfire, grab out Ice Ryzeal. And then nothing on res. Okay, normal summon Ice. Ice effect, go bring out Sword. Sword effect, go search. Grab out X Ryzeal. So, okay, special summon out X by dumping Duo. Overlay in the Duo. Duo effect to attach. And then Duo effect to go search. They chain Ghost Ogre, chain Omno. And they're going to go ahead and discard Droll. Which I guess this is fine. We're trying to hit them with like a nice nib. It's like kind of tough though. Activate Prayer. Okay, well now the odds of them hitting a nice nib definitely goes up. Do they just play one Omno, nothing else? It kind of seems that way, but I mean, I would assume they're playing two Omno. That's like more standard. But okay, also, okay, activate the Omno. Go ahead, search out Prayer, then summon itself out. And then overlay to summon out Dugaris. And then activate the Dugaris effect to draw. They said on summon though. I'm going to go ahead and activate Nib. And then pass over token. Okay. Set strike, set prayer, pass to draw into Fua. Which we kind of wish they had in hand last turn. So we could have just like, you know, ashed 1-for-1 traded with that. But that's like, it's like fine though. It's fine. Because now this is just like a blank card that we don't even have to try to trade with. Normal summon Ice, Ice effect, go ahead, Solemn Strike that, and then they just submit defeat. So now on to the next game. Game number 3, we'll see Pure Ryzeal go first. We have Talents, X, Metaltronus, Bonfire, Metaltronus. They have Imperm, Bonfire, Ice, Sword, and Talents. So go main phase, Bonfire, grab out X Ryzeal, and then now we can go special summon out X Ryzeal by dumping Duo. X effect, go ahead, search out Node. And then special summon out Sword. Sword effect, go ahead, search out X Ryzeal. And then overlay to summon out Duo Drive. Duo Drive effect to attach. Duo Drive effect to detach and go search. Grab out the Ryzeal Cross and grab out the Ryzeal plugin. And then activate Cross, normal Ice. Ice effect, go special summon out Sword from the deck. And then we're going to go plug in the special summon back out Sword. Okay, interesting. Also doesn't attach from deck. Oh, okay. Overlay for Ouroboros. Okay, Ouroboros effect. Go ahead, rip X Ryzeal. Overlay for Twin of the Eclipse. Special Node. I feel like this was an interesting way to do this. But special Node effect. I guess we'll see exactly how they play it out. Then Eclipse Twins, summon out Evil Swarm Ouroboros. Ouroboros, rip another one from hand. And then that'll go ahead and rip the Talents out of hand. Cross effect to put back the plugin plus X, draw into a Solemn Strike. That's a huge draw there. Make Detonator. Detonator effect to attach the Eclipse Twins. And then set and pass. Okay. So it does get the rip 2 there. You know, still end on Detonator. Also drawing Strike, which is like a huge draw. Probably makes them feel a lot more comfortable here. But yeah, ripping X and Talents, you know, those are solid rips. They draw on the Bestial Magma Mutt, activate Bonfire, go ahead, search out X Ryzeal, and then special summon out X Ryzeal by dumping Mirror Logic. X1, Mirror Logic 2, chain Detonator to pop, chain Link 3, chain Metaltronus, chain Link 4 to go ahead and bring out, which also I don't know if it's correct to start with like X Mirror Logic. It might actually just be correct to start with Metaltronus because you actually could get punished here. I guess like let's see if they had. Let's say they had Book of Moon, right? Because that card actually is decently popular. If they had Book of Moon to go ahead and chain there, then the X would still go ahead and get popped, which would kind of suck. I guess it's not like that big of a deal though. Then they're gonna go Eclipse Twins to go ahead and summon out the Duo Drive effect to attach, and then special summon out Sword effect, go ahead grab out Ice. I was gonna say at that point, like the Book of Moon's just better to use like against the opponent instead of using it against your own detonator. Make the Exceton Knight effect, and then they're gonna go ahead and strike, which they should have just strike the summon, if anything, so that way again they just can't bring it back off Eclipse Twins later in case it comes up. The normal summon Ice effect, get hit with Imperm, and then they're gonna go Bestial Magma Mutt, banish the Eclipse Twins, yeah, special summon out, and then activate the effect. Like, I don't know, maybe, this is tough, like, maybe Absolute Bucket could have played it different, I have to look back on it, but maybe we didn't need to banish off the Metaltronus, maybe we should have just summoned out, like, Ice Ryzeal from deck, and just use Metaltronus as, like, an extender, because we know Exceton Knight's not resolving when they have 2 set cards, it's, like, almost just never resolving there, which is fine, it's fine to use this as, like, a bait or whatever. But like maybe there was just a way to like still try to establish bodies, and like either way they're gonna get cross negate because they had Eclipse Twins under the detonator to summon back out, and like if you leave detonator there and then you out detonator, the Eclipse Twins might even target detonator, and then you have Bestial Magma Mutt to go ahead and stop that, which could be very good. So I feel like maybe there was a way. I feel like both turns there were ways to play it differently to end up in a better situation. Hello, Future Grinder here, and I've thought about this turn some, and I feel like it could have potentially been played differently to put us in a better spot. So what we could have done is we could have started with Metaltronus target detonator, special summon Ice from deck, special summon X by dumping Mirror Logic, X Mirror Logic Chainlink 2 targeting Ryzeal Cross to go ahead and stop the monster negate effect from happening this turn. Resolve X, go ahead search Sword. Now instead of making Exceton Knight, because I think it's safe to assume that one of these sets are going to be an Imperm, because, you know, they have 2 set cards. It is pure Ryzeal, so it could be a more range of things, but I feel like we go ahead and make Detonator instead of making the Exceton Knight, because Exceton Knight will almost never resolve in this situation, where Detonator still at least gets value into something like Imperm. Obviously, our opponent has Strike, so it wouldn't have worked, but we do not know that as Absolute Bucket, so we could have went ahead, make Detonator, effect to attach, attempt to attach Mirror Logic, assuming that, you know, in our head, assuming that would go through, then we have special summon Sword, and now if our opponent has Imperm, Imperm becomes a lot worse, because we have special Sword effect. If they Imperm it, we could Detonator, pop our own Sword, resolve it, search Ice, and still have our normal summon into another rank 4, into a Duo Drive. If they don't Imperm it, then we can resolve, go ahead, search Ice, and then Ice into Node, and then make Duo Drive, and then assuming Duo Drive resolves, or doesn't resolve, if it doesn't resolve, then we can chain Detonator, putting a Ryzeal engraved to make Node live by sending Duo Drive. Otherwise, if it does resolve, then cool, you know, we get access to Cross, and we can still resolve Nodes, sending the special summon back out from the graveyard to attempt to get into another rank 4. But obviously that situation wouldn't have happened because our opponent had Imperm Strike, so they could have just went like they could have just went Strike on Detonator, Imperm on Sword, and boom, we lose. Simple as that. But I feel like we could have played this turn out better, which would have given us an opportunity to still have a chance in this game, but we decided to not do that. And also our Detonator could just like target their Detonator, and then they would Eclipse Twins target Detonator, and we could Bestial Magma Mutt that. And that'd be like a way to out like the Eclipse Twins rotation here in this spot. We do know our opponent has X Ryzeal in hand, so also outing the Detonator this turn, like banishing it, would prevent them from being able to do that next turn. But they do have Duo Drive, so they would be able to target both of those anyhow. I feel like this game is most likely just completely unwinnable if our opponent uses their cards correctly with Imperm Strike. but I feel like the way that we played into the board was incorrect, and we would have had a better chance playing into the board if we would have made Detonator first. But first of all, we needed a Metaltron special, and then we needed to make Detonator first. So I feel like there were a few wrong choices by Absolute Bucket here that almost guaranteed that we were never winning this game. But, alright, back to the video. End phase, grab out Durasworm, pass, they draw Veiler, cross effect to go ahead, put back and draw. That draws into Droll and Lockbird, special summon out X Ryzeal, dump Eclipse Twins, X1, Eclipse Twins 2, and that's going to go ahead and summon out the Duo Drive, go ahead, search out Sword, Duo Drive effect to attach, and then now they go special summon out Sword, activate Sword effect. So they could have used Duo Drive effect to search there, because they don't need to have cross negate, because they know the only card in hand is Durasworm. Go ahead, search out Ice Off Sword, overlay into Detonator, Detonator effect to attach. And then they go ahead and chain Durasworm onto Eclipse Twins, chain Detonator to pop Metaltronus, chain Metaltronus, which I don't even think we should have used Durasworm there. I think we should have just waited. Attaching Eclipse Twins doesn't even mean anything. We could have out Detonator later on in the turn, because Eclipse Twins has already been used this turn anyways. So it's like, I don't see why we worry so much about that right now. Because now we almost just guaranteed lose, right? To the normal summon Ice. They go ahead and make Abyss Dweller effect. Battle phase, they have the Duo, boost and minus. So go ahead, out everything on the field. And then we can just go ahead and go, I mean, we have Talons. Yeah, Talons draw into Veiler, plug-in. Oh yeah, that game's definitely over. Then go ahead and just pass turn. They don't even set plug-in. They draw Ice Ryzeal, normal summon Ice. Go ahead, hit that with Veiler. Make Typhon. Also, the life points are like kind of messed up there, right? 5, 9, 9, 6. But because they accidentally lost 4. Okay, it's not actually bugged. They just accidentally lost 4 life points. Make Typhon. Typhon effect. Also Veiler that. Which makes sense to do it like this. If they use Cross at any point, then they'd be able to beat over Duo Drive. And they don't want them to do that. They want them to have to be forced to crash. And if they crash, then plug-in wins the game. Because at this point, you know you win, right? You know every card. Like, the game's definitely just over. So they go battle phase, beat over Dweller, and then go ahead and pass turn. And I'm not sure why we're in this game still. Like, we know they have follow-up. They literally have Duo Drive on field. So go main phase, and now they go special summon out X, dump Mirror Logic, X1, Mirror Logic 2, go ahead, shut down Typhon, search Sword, special summon out Sword, Sword effect, go ahead, grab out Ice Ryzeal, cross effect to put back Ice plus Node, draw into Ghost Ogre, and then yeah, they just go ahead and admit defeat. They realize that they have lost the game, and yeah, we're going to end up seeing pure Ryzeal win there. To be honest, I think I am going to drop this video a little bit later, because like I wanted to have this video out by 1 p.m. but I think I want to go over this game and put some edits in, which I mean, if I do that, you'll see the edits. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. With all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace, have a nice day, stay safe.